Hello, Coach Rowe here from our garden at our school, Mansell Upper Elementary. I'm here with our chickens. They're just fed them their treat, and I am doing a walkthrough throughout our garden. This is an important process for our garden currently because we have a lot of plants on the ground that have been developing and growing. And we need to make sure that it has enough water, enough soil, and enough of their food. Part of that process, that's something that's pretty cool because you're learning it right now. It has to do with how is that the plants get their food. As humans, we go to the grocery store, mom and dad, or perhaps yourself, you prepare your own food, which is a cool thing. The process that plant use to turn energy into food is called photosynthesis. It's an amazing process, an amazing science, how they use what they have available, which is part of in the sun, the light, water from rain or from water that we water our plants, and then from the soil. I've been using some fertilizers. As you all know, we use some organic type fertilizers in our soil. Photosynthesis uses chlorophyll to capture and convert energy. Chlorophyll is interesting because it's the green pigment that you find in almost all types of plants. It's in essence, this is what gives the plants that color green. And now in the spring, everything is green. And if you just walk around, you can see this process happening right in front of you. The chlorophyll is located inside the chloroplast, and it's part of the plant cell. Many of you all that attended the Junior Master Gardener program, you probably heard me saying germination and the sprouting process is that cell. When the seed has contact with soil and water, the cell activates, and that's how the sprout happens. There's a couple interesting aspects of this because I mentioned soil as part of the way the plant gets food and the photosynthesis, the chlorophyll occurs. But we have some plants that don't have soil, but they do have water. I'm going to walk you through and show you some of our plants. All right, so let me show you here. So we have some of our plants. These are our beans. These are the billy beans and the contender beans. As you can see, look at the color green of the plant. It's in action, the photosynthesis and the chlorophyll happening right in front of us. Check out the carrots. One of the interesting aspects of our carrots is that these carrots were planted by seeds in a controlled environment. When we talked about germination, we use our greenhouse, and within the greenhouse, it controls the environment, the temperature, and it accelerates the germination process. However, we did an experiment with some of our Junior Master Gardeners, and we planted on this side. You probably can see some smaller plants. Not that one, that's a tomato plant that I planted, but this little one right there. I placed seeds in the soil, and they will take longer. It takes 45 to 75 days for that to germinate and grow. And as you can see, we just have a few growing in different sections. However, these right here are carrot plants that are fully developed, and I would say a couple more inches. So from the stem all the way to the top of the plant, it's an indicator how long is the carrot. So when they're up to here, 2 inches or so, 2.5 inches or so taller, I will pull them and we'll have some carrots. Over here we have cilantro. Again, cilantro is green, and we have our kale. This is a great example of plants that are utilizing soil, are utilizing water. As you can see, we have the drip irrigation to develop and to create its own food throughout the process of photosynthesis. Right here, it's the irrigation. This is the irrigation pipe that I use. It's programmed with a controller, and that controller is watering our garden. I will show you here in a second our hydroponic, which is using water, no soil. All right, so here we have our hydroponic garden, hydroponic towers. Here at the top we have cilantro, and then we have some forms of lettuce. This one is spinach, and this is a romaine lettuce. Look at how big. If I put my hand, it's covered. My hand it cannot cover the entire romaine lettuce head. This is growing from the reservoir has the nutrients. So we test the water for the pH. The pH is power of hydrogen. We test the water, and the water in the tank, the reservoir, is coming up, and it creates an illusion like if it's raining. So the water is falling on top of the plants. We have some tomatoes. So here it's getting nutrients just like the other plants that are in soil, but it's getting nutrients from the solution, nutrients that we're providing, let's call it artificially, into the reservoir, and is fueling these plants, providing energy, and that's how it's growing. It's a cleaner process. It's an organic process. There's no soil. There's no outside element besides the water, and the water we're using is water from rain. But it's pretty cool because we're seeing right in front of us it's science. And one of the things that we can see here, right there, it's a tiny little plant. You probably can see it. That tiny little plant, today being April 8th, perhaps within the next 30 days, that's going to be a mature plant, and we will be able to follow it and assess its growth. But here you go, science in our garden. Go out to the garden at your house, go out to your plants, and experience photosynthesis happening right in front of you. Take care, and I will see you soon. Miss you.